I've talked about what was it? Oh fuck, what was it? Poaching. Thank you. I've talked about poaching before. I think I do actually still have that post somewhere on here actually. I hope it's still here. How do I fucking sign in? Okay, so this is about gaming. I'm not really like playing any video games. I'm just here to kind of talk. So, let me find because I don't really remember which account it was on. So, I'm gonna have to double check. Is this everything? All? Oh shit, maybe it was on my other account. Alright, let me see. Poach? Nope, it's my other account. Ooh, thank you. Okay. There's gonna be a lot here. I have to load everything so I can actually search for it. So just give me 1 second. Okay. So, I have spoken about this. I have spoken about poaching 3 years ago. I said, so yeah, I think Riot didn't have AFK in season 1, but now they do. I don't ever blame like stuff like poaching. That's not right. Regarding poaching, I don't get how orgs would get more power though. Currently players are poached by teams, so they change every year. That means the players would have to approach the teams like current sports. The players approach the teams, not the teams seek out the players, and I agree with that too. That's why I was so grateful. You were so polite. Thank you, by the way. I agree with everything you are saying. That's why I think it's the money. So the prize pool was a good idea. I wasn't aware, so thank you. Something, whatever. Again, in the most recent case, TDK, Brazilian team, it gives orgs more power. Yeah, I have this whole entire, like, I went on this whole entire rant about, like, poaching and all of that, like, 3 years ago. I've talked about poaching for a really long time. So, when I saw that G2 Perks got in trouble... Poaching? I mean, I don't think you guys really called it poaching or whatever, and you guys like fined him or like whatever, punished him, and I was like, this doesn't really make any sense, because it's like, this is like, poaching is not really that bad. It's just kind of like, because you know how they have these things, I don't really know about Europe, but you know how they say like highest paid football player or like whatever. So it's like, okay, sure, I guess we got some soccer in here. Fuck it, why not? So, you know, poaching actually raises the salary for a lot of players, because if everybody's trying to poach the same players, then each team will be forced to raise their prices even higher. So I've always been supportive of poaching for this whole entire time, because I knew how it would drive up personal player salaries. You know, like, say before poaching your salary was like $3,000, but because there's so many teams that constantly want you, your salary is probably going to skyrocket to like 5,000, 10,000, you know. So I was always very supportive of poaching. It's just how people poach in esports is probably what the problem is. Does that make sense? I know I kind of sound like I have a lisp. Leave me alone. But so, I mean, poaching is not bad, but how people do it might be bad, you know? I think you guys should... I mean, I understand that a lot of people don't want to copy. Sorry, I don't ever look at my own face. So, I know a lot of people in esports don't like to copy. Copy mainstream sports, thank you. But you guys should just copy the good side and not copy the bad side. You know what I mean? It's not like all of it is bad. It's like some is bad and not, you know, so just copy the good and leave the bad, you know? But I'm not really, it just... Okay, so... Was this? Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys this. I don't know if I should play it because I feel like they should flag me for copyright, but at the same time, I don't really want them to remove my video, so like, I don't know what I should do. Because like, how are you guys gonna hear what he's saying? Like, I mean, I guess we can just do this one instead, because I can't edit videos, I'm sorry.
A picture of himself in a Raiders uniform.
Okay, so this is the kind of like stuff I wish esports would kind of do, like just like a level of like professional. What was that pregnant woman who was doing like this interview? Pregnant NFL analyst. Why does it have to be a fucking white woman?
Were able to do to Cam Newton in the Super Bowl. Using that game, show us what needs to change to Panthers' success.
Well, the first thing Carolina Panthers have to do is they have to stay out of known passes.
You know, maybe I watch too much mainstream sports, so like my standards of esports is like up here, and I get really tilted because like you guys are not really up here. You guys are like not really, you know. And then it's like field NFL field host. Maybe it's interview. No, I think some people are reacting to what I'm saying on my Twitter, how like Fnatic is like possibly throwing games or whatever. So I'm explaining to you how this shit works, like in like real life terms. You know, like if you want to just do your fucking esports way and then have shit like come crashing down, then that's on you. You know, but I think there's a way to prevent that from happening if you just learn from other people's mistakes. But if you want to continue doing what you are doing, then that's on you and has nothing to do with me. I just think that, you know, why do I say this? Because you see, okay, so let me just say it for you sport people out there that understand professional sports. The reason why professional sports is constantly switching players, the reason why they poach, the reason why they have like all these trading is because it makes it hard for you to gamble. Okay? All this consistency in esports makes it so fucking easy to be like, yeah, let's put all my fucking money on this fucking team. That's why I kept telling you guys poaching is fine. Trading is fine. Like, it's just probably like the little fine print contracts that you guys are fucking writing is not okay. I don't know what the fuck you guys are writing because there's NDA everywhere. But for some fucking reason, you're doing a really fucking bad job at it. That's all I'm saying. Because if you really, like, see, this is why I'm like, I don't, it's just like, it doesn't, I don't know sometimes. Like, take for example, if you did it the normal sports way, right? If you did it the normal sports way, players would be switching teams every now and then, just like all the Korean teams, thank you. Like, all the Korean teams, like, oh my god, dude, it's such a fucking mess. Like, you don't even, like, okay, here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. LPL wiki. So, let's take China, for example, right? What the fuck is Fun Plus X? Never heard of it. What the fuck is JD Gaming? Never heard of it. What the fuck is Rogue Warriors? Never heard of it. What is Su Ning? Never heard of it. What the fuck is Sino Dragon? Never heard of it. Top Sports Gaming? Never heard of it. So Visi, isn't it supposed to be Vinci or some shit like that? What the fuck is that? Never heard of it. So I mean, there's a reason why these things are like happening and why you guys are having such a problem, because you guys are not switching your players around. You guys are not switching your teams around. You're literally staying consistent the whole entire time, and then you wonder why it's having a problem. And I'm like, well, is it really that big of a surprise? And then the most annoying situation, I think, is you guys talk negatively about Korea, you guys talk negatively about China, but yet they're the only regions that actually treat their players better than you do. And the reason why I brought up Promise is because after being in esports and trying to join the Reckless tournament, I do not think all of the responsibility belongs to the organization. I think 50% also belongs to the players. So as much as I want to say Perks is 100% innocent, I'm pretty sure he's not. So, I mean, I don't know what you want me to say, because I do not give a fuck about your own personal problems, and I'm not here to play fucking favorites. But I pretty much came here to explain to you guys that some of the questions you guys are asking is going to create a problem for you, because people who gamble are going to get pissed off at the things you guys are doing. They're gonna be like, hey, what the fuck is this insider shit? Like, why the fuck are you like, does that make sense? If anybody who gambles finds out you're purposely rigging their game, they will not play. And this is the internet. Like, your clientele will find any existing information on the internet. They will fucking find it. And you still continue to lie to them live on air? Like, you really think they're not gonna quit? So that's why I'm like, you know, you guys are making a lot of like, this is just gonna turn out really fucking bad for you guys. And when all that shit happens, I'm gonna be like, yep, this is why I said what I said on Twitter, so I could be like, ain't none of my business, because I already saw there was a problem. And I was never supporting it. I was just like, I don't want nothing to do with this. I don't want to piss off the customers. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of the, well, dude, that shit was so funny. The NFL interview with that girl. That shit was so funny.
You gotta take us through what is the best play of your career. 10 seconds, starting 10.
See, I really want to see like these kind of questions, because I don't know any of the players. So then to me, it's actually like really entertaining. Like say any female interviewer was just like, hey, why did you pick that? Why did you do this? Like, why did you? Okay, so take for example, Fnatic's top laner, right? I don't really have any questions for Reckless, I'm sorry. But say take Fnatic's top laner. I'll be like, hey, so Broxah almost caught up to you. How does this make you feel? Like, are you guys, is this a healthy competition? Like, would you actually give him, thank you, would you actually give him a kill? Or would you, you know, are you trying to take this interview from him? You know, because maybe this is from being a swimmer, actually. Because you know how like when you're swimming or like when you're competing with your teammates, you tend to do better, you know? Like I used to always want to catch up to my teammates. God damn it. Every time I swim, I would always try to catch my teammates, you know? So it's like when you compete with your teammates, it's like, you know, but this is like a sports thing, but you know, you don't really scrimmage. No, that's not right. You just play with your teammates. So I don't think it's is it legal to play with your enemy? I don't think that's legal. I don't think you're supposed to do that. I know a lot of people say like athletes are stupid, but it's like, dude, like we're literally just like doing our actions. Like, what do you want us to say? Like, no, I planned this shit in my head. Like, I plan to take like 3 breaths. Like, no, I don't think that's how physical sports work. But I think this is why I'm so picky about like real sports. I mean, esports, because I'm like, you can actually describe what you're doing. So like, why don't you? You know? But well, that's something you have to deal with. Like, if you decide to throw, or if you know you're fucking boosted, then yeah, obviously your interview is not really gonna make sense to the rest of us. But you know, people like Patriots. I don't like Patriots. I like that one fucking really buff guy. What's his fucking name? Patriots. Something Towski. Owski. Gostowski? No. Not this guy. Who is this guy? Offensive, defensive. Gronkowski. Oh my god, dude. just never mind. So, you know how like he never really gets any interviews, but he pretty much blocks everything and anything from Brady, right? So, I mean, this is not really mainstream sports, so it would not really be that weird to be like, hey, you know, I saw that you got like 0 kills, you know, like, did you carry harder than Fnatic's jungle, or did your top carry harder? Like, you know what I mean? And that's what I was trying to say about the support, because I saw that I saw that Reckless was actually carried by his support mostly, but his support never gets any interviews, and I'm like, I think that is why he started playing a little bit badly, because I noticed, I was like, he got so many assists, he got more assists. So, okay, I do not want to like bring up like the whatever, because I don't want to isolate everybody. Anyways, kind positive thoughts. But so Reckless went like 1-0-2 or something, and he got an interview while his support player was like 1-0-5, and I was like, okay, that seems a little fucked up, because like as a support player you're like never recognized for your work, and I feel like some support players, they're just kind of getting sick of that shit. Unless you're an e-girl, then of course you'd be like, oh yeah, we won it. But these guys, not all these support guys are e-girls. So I think, you know, just whatever. Anyways, but do I like Tom Brady? No, he throws like a... Oh, this is real sports. I can talk shit. So Tom Brady throws like a bitch. He's a shitty player. He doesn't really know what the fuck he's doing. And Gronk is literally the only person doing anything in this game. Like, he knocks people out, he catches throws, he knocks people over, he like literally runs people off the field. You know, this is like a Gronk solo playing game, in my opinion, and that's why I like him, because he solo carries the game. But a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, Tom Brady's like so amazing. I'm like, did you see like half the throws he did? You know, half of them never even fucking made it anywhere. They just kind of like bounced and dissipated into the air. Like, what is good about Tom Brady? Like, this is why I didn't really want to watch the Super Bowl, and I think that's why 49ers did the whole kneeling thing, because they're fucking done with it. They're like, fuck this game. But that's why I kept making the joke that I wanted to be the LeBron James of esports, because if you watch any of LeBron James, like, all his teammates just like stand on the sidelines and just like pretend to be like players on the field, but all you see is LeBron literally running back and forth. Like, you don't see anybody else really doing anything. It's just LeBron. There's no Shaq, there's no fucking Kobe, you know, there's no fucking Michael Jordan, nothing. It's just LeBron, just back and forth, shooting shots, you know? Like, Stephen Curry, I think the reason why people loved him so much is because he would actually, like, kind of share shots with his, like, teammates kind of thing, but, like, Stephen Curry's not really like a LeBron, though. LeBron kind of really does solo carry the whole game. Like, oh, no, man. But this is, like, sports, and, like, Let's go watch some fucking interviews. Yeah, but you see, like, if you guys are okay with that, then, like, it's okay with it. Like, does it matter? Doesn't matter. Like, does it, like, oh my gosh, it's so much easier to do it in esports than in, like, real sports. Like, you really think I care? This is why I don't watch boxing. Like, just do you, okay? But don't piss off the wrong people, because that's just... I think that's what happened with a lot of people in sports. I personally never have any questions about any players because I genuinely do not give a fuck. Like, I'm just here to watch the game, so your interviews and stuff literally does not matter to me because I'm like, okay. Like, there's nothing to say. Your items, your runes, your gameplay, your mechanics are all shown to me. Like, there is nothing that you know what I mean? Like, in real sports, you can be like, hey, so who would you want to thank? Like, hey, did this strategy come from your coach? You know? But in esports, it's like the coaches are kind of like mediators more than they are actually telling you, like, hey, go bot side at like 10 minutes or like, you know what I mean? Like, esports coaches are not like real football or like swimming coaches where they'll tell you like, hey, you know, if you're stronger at this thing, make sure you do this. You know, there's like, I think that was what the Meteos situation was probably kept trying to make Meteos listen to him. And I was just like, as a swimmer, if you ever try to tell me to do something and you cannot swim faster than me, like, bitch, you need to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. And I think anybody in sports will pretty much tell you that. But we are like real sports people, so we're like physically demanding. Whereas in esports, I can understand why it's hard to prove. But then at the same time, it's really not that hard to... Oh my god. Anyways! So, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's actually... That's... shitty coaches have actually, like, ruined teams. Like... 49ers... Jim Harbaugh? Whatever, dude. So, after this guy left 49ers, they have been like just see, after the Niners dropped him, the Niners have just been failing. Like, just straight fucking failing. There has not... We've done nothing. There's been nothing with 49ers. So, I mean, it's pretty important with coaches in real sports because it reflects on how successful they are. Like, Reaper for Cloud9 was a good choice because I think Reaper helped SKT win a few games. Thank you. So, let's see. Reaper... Cloud9... So, 2013 and 2012. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, if Reaper's the one that's winning, then do you bet on Cloud9 or do you bet on SKT? Thank you. Because it's like, is it really Reaper that's winning or is it just SKT, the team that's winning? You don't know. And look, these people switched again. Oh, Kakoma. Yeah, see, this is another thing. And then they have coaches. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you really want to make it a decent gambling environment, then you know you can't. I mean, as much as you want to keep things consistent, like, what is one thing that can like? What is one thing that's always been consistent? Super Bowl. Well, even for the Lakers, they've won. They won for a little bit and then they disappeared again. And I feel like the Celtics used to be really, really good, but then they disappeared again. NBA championships. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's see. 2020, wait, what the fuck? Oh no, it's not done yet. See, after all the New England Patriots thing, like, did you guys see what happened with the New England Patriots? Patriots owner prostitution, sex trafficking? See, founder of Spa where Robert Kraft. See, now Robert Kraft's arrest. Sex workers called to legalize prostitution. See what I mean? Like, so I would not think that everything is good because it's not, because I think he's about to lose his team as well. So I don't know if that's really necessarily good or bad. Is the Golden Gate Warriors doing good this time? Standing? Oh, they're doing really... Oh no, they're still doing good. Wait, no, hold on. 45 and 21. That's really bad. That's like third or fourth, right? Anyways, they haven't finished playing yet. See, this is, I think the reason why I like, well, at least I don't really know. I feel like baseball is also a really fucked up sport. I would say baseball. No, wait, hold on. I would say NFL is the worst gambling community. But then I think that's why there's been so many boycotts in the kneeling thing. Because has there been salary disputes in the NFL? Because I feel like I never hear NBA salary disputes. I have to do these kind of research too. Like, I don't know this kind of stuff. Like, I don't know it just by the top of my fucking head. I actually search for stuff because I don't know it. So, oh, what are those called? Horse betting? Betting? Horse races? Horse race betting? So, you know how there's like horse race betting or whatever? Do Europeans like doing this shit or whatever this is? Don't you guys have to check like the statistics of the horses or like how many or whatever these horses have won or something like that? I mean, I'm against all of this because I don't like this shit. I don't like camel racing in Dubai. Isn't there camel racing? I've been watching a lot of fucking Asian movies. There's what is that? Kung Fu Yoga? Camel racing. Oh my god. Well, I don't gamble. Like, I don't I don't gamble. So I just like read the stuff and then I'm like, okay, who's winning? What happened? Is there a scandal that happened after they won so many games? You know, like what else is there? Oh my gosh, wasn't there like a huge riot that happened after some Riots after NFL win. American football. Oh god, I'm nervous. Riots erupt in Philadelphia after the Eagles' first Super Bowl win. Yeah, I'm so proud of that. Oh, let's not talk about our country's weakness. Let's just pretend it didn't happen. But yeah, I mean, I'll show you guys something else that's very bad because there was like 49ers stadium bathroom violence. Okay. So, Office of the District Attorney, so there was like a bathroom fight in the 49ers stadium where like they beat people up. Oh my gosh, the Raiders fan beaten. There's this guy, I mean, I don't really know this, but which one was it? He got like thrown down a few stairs or something like that. Yeah, okay, so 49ers and Raiders are known to fight with each other a lot. But I don't really care because I just don't care. Dozens of arrests during
Update your floors with Empire.
Oakland Raiders Battle of the Bay game at Levi Stadium. Yeah, I'm not proud of our fucking Americans. America.
Could have been a good enough reason for its fans to celebrate, but this video shows the game of puzzling for those in attendance.
That's pretty concerning because I've seen some of the guys get up and
31-year-old Steve Gonzalez Bordado was arrested for felony assault and booked at the Santa Clara County Jail. Santa Clara police say they were able to identify and locate the suspect before he could exit the stadium because the fight was quickly posted to social media, which launched.
Just months into his new job, Mount Vernon firefighter
started arguing with them, and someone hit my brother in the head from behind, and he actually be unconscious, and he was still.
I have not heard of any NBA fights. Has there been NBA stadium fights? Rights? No fights. Brawls with... They both got sued. Everybody at the NFL thing got sued or they got fired. So, 2004. Is that it? Is this the only NBA stadium brawl? Fight? Whatever. Okay, well, I guess NBA is much more peaceful and it shows in their games. Well, I mean, what was it? Madden? The Madden shooting was not. I mean, it is NFL though. So what is NBA 2K? 2K to NBA K? NBA 2K? Oh my gosh. Is this a real human? Nope. Okay. How to start a fight. Why is that even a search? Alright, yeah, so I guess it might just be football. Is there funny NBA interviews? Is there funny NBA interviews? Yes. Okay, so I know that what was his fucking LeBron James in his fucking purse? Oh, that shit was so funny. Twitter was having a ball with that one. Well, okay, so this is the thing. I mean, would I prefer basketball? Well, basketball, you're not supposed to push, hold, or touch anybody. So, naturally, it's a pretty peaceful game. Football, not so much, because you're supposed to tackle people. How about baseball? I don't know anything about baseball enough to talk about it. Is baseball peaceful? Can't you just do the same? Like, I feel like football, soccer, and baseball are kind of in the same. Touch rugby and lacrosse are just like way more violent. I'm a floor hockey person, so you know, I be curving my stick, and I can do left and right, so I can use my left hand or my right hand, so it's hard to block me. But that's why I'm kind of like, I mean, I don't. What do I do? What do I think about esports? Well, that guy did kind of bring a gun to the event. I don't really know, like, Madden shooting. Fuck. So this is just kind of like, I don't really know how to react to this, because this, like, one guy brought a gun and ruined the whole event for everybody. So I don't really know what to do about this, because it's not like, you know, like a whole bunch of people encouraged him to do it. It's just like, do I think I mean, we all know I'm probably the most stable person in all of esports, thank you. But if it keeps players' salaries competitive and it keeps people who gamble guessing, then I think switching is the best idea. Wait, who's mad? Is that from Wildcards? Are these big switches? No. What the fuck? What the fuck is Down One? I've never even heard of it. Oh, I know what they do. Okay, so what Korea does is they move the most important players around. They don't keep the same players. Like, if they know Smeb, oh gosh, no. Damn it. Okay. So remember how that SKT winning thing, remember SKT was winning a lot of games because of their bot lane and their top or whatever, like, and their jungler or something like that? Like, it was the SKT team composition. Yes, Blank, Bang, and Wolf. Remember Bang, Wolf, and Faker? They would blank. These four guys would always fucking carry the game, and I think that's how they won. And now they've completely split up the team. Bang is no longer in Korea. Wolf is not sure where. Blank is not sure either. So I mean, it's kind of hard to gamble when you're like, damn, Blank is like by himself now. I'm Wolf and Bang, and like, you know what I mean? They just completely like shuffled it. So, I mean, if you guys really want to make it, I personally like seeing people together, but then at the same time, like, you can't. I mean, actually you can, because it's not real sports, so you can allow scripting, which is what China and Korea do, and then it makes it really hard to see like who's really gonna win because everybody's scripting so hard. But then at the same time, you have to understand certain players are better at scripting than others. So there's just so many things that you will have to do that like to make it like impossible to guess. But I do try to do it in my solo queue to try out my theories, you know, like my theory, thank you guys for reminding me, has been let's go all fucking all out and then try to put bots on my team, you know, like put the most boosted motherfuckers on my team. But then it's like, then you guys have like 3 or 4 man run it down, which is not gonna work against me as one person. So I was like, if you guys are good against each other, but then it's like, that's kind of why I'm always encouraging people to use social media, because I feel like social media is very misleading. You know, a lot of people come into like pro play being like, yeah, you know, I saw this guy play like really well online, like I think they're gonna do really well, and I'm like, I don't know if I can say anything, because like if I do not say something, then I'm an e-girl, but then I have to say something because I do not want to be an e-girl. So like I'm kind of like stuck here. And another reason is I don't want to play pro at all. Like, it's just not fun. Yeah, but then if it is all of them, then it'd be kind of easy, you know? So, I don't know. What do I think about, where did Bang go? Because I feel like he's playing kind of like Huni these days. Because remember when Huni was on... What was that fucking green thing? Huni, thank you. He was on... Immortals. Remember on Immortals? He tried really hard. And then when he moved to SKT, they started doing badly. I don't really know about Fnatic. I wasn't here, so I cannot speak on that. But he tried super hard until he got up to SKT, and then it was all downhill from there. I think I saw SKT, Bang, Blank. Oh, yes, that is such a good point. So, Clear Love versus Uzi. I was all about Clear Love because you know, a man being able to solo carry just gets me, you know. Uzi, not so much, don't care. So, I mean, you guys could always do that if you want. Not that I really would love watching, because I would be like, Clear Love's obviously gonna win, but that's just my opinion. My... whatever you want to call it, but, I really try not to install Smoothie though, because Smoothie is like... Okay, holy shit, he is so young. Well, gambling is really not that bad. Like, think about it. I cannot gamble and I have to do this research because I don't watch the games. So, in a way, gambling does actually bring up the view count. If you think about it that way, you know? I don't know why you guys want to always say, like, these things are so bad. Like, it's really not that bad. I think you guys turn it bad, but I don't think it's actually innately bad. Innate. You guys learn a word. Oh, it's two ends. Just kidding. The highest paid athletes in the world? Isn't he a soccer player? Yes. Who is this? Barcelona? Isn't that a soccer player too? Soccer, boxing. American boxing? Is there European boxing? Who's Neymar? Who? Ooh, LeBron James is paid quite a lot less. My friend is really into Madrid. She likes Spain a lot. I don't really care. Isn't this guy Madrid? Isn't this the Madrid fucking jersey? Am I being trolled? Didn't it used to be that blue and red? What the fuck is this? Barcelona? Spain? Yes, isn't that fucking, isn't Madrid in Spain? Oh, I swear to God. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna quit. I'm being trolled. I'm not even gonna bother. No, I never watched soccer. I just, my classmates, or like my school or whatever, they just like that more team, whatever. Who cares? How come I do not like Fnatic? I trust their Dota community more than I trust their League of Legends community. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, that's, I don't know what, I don't know. I just feel like Fnatic's League of Legends team probably is not as, whatever that word is, than the Dota one. You guys saw my counter logic tweet. Dude, who the fuck started this something and it shows tweets? Like, that shit just, I just couldn't help myself. It was like set up so perfectly, I just couldn't help myself, and I had to say, like, something about counter logic gaming, thank you, is all getting their dick sucked by e-girls, and it shows. Why did I say that? Okay, so at least from my own personal experience, okay? If you hang out with e-girls, you will fail. Like, I'm not saying like it's a bad thing or it's a good thing, but I think men have the right to their emotions, you know? It's like, the reason why I say that is because if one person's like making a stand for like a company I really like, you know, if someone was making a stand like, you know, HTC is the best because Samsung is cheap and their Android sucks and they break after 2 drops and their screen shatters. So something like that, you know, if a guy was to say that, then yes, obviously he has a right to his emotions. But if we're only specifically talking about getting somebody's dick sucked, then I mean, it kind of makes sense why certain men would get possessive and territorial or whatever, you know, and that's why some guys, they're like, oh, I'm a lion, I like to have multiple bitches. So it's really like they have a right to their emotions, thank you. And just like dominatrix women, you know, like they have the right to their emotions as well. You know, you can't just be like, yeah, I'm gonna rape that bitch. Like, she'll probably rape you before you can rape her, but that's just my opinion. But, so, I have a lot of shit I have to do. I just came here to talk shit. Talk mad shit. No, I didn't really come here to talk mad shit, okay. But, so, yeah, I just came here to explain my... What was my tweet? I don't even remember. Give me a second. Let's pull that shit up. I don't remember shit. Woo, I gotta pee. Okay, so I have spoken up about seeing who the best is. Oh yeah, so this is what I was talking about. So, you know how playing in solo queue sometimes, like, so my goal in esports is to find a way for every single person to have fun and not want to quit playing this game. What does that mean? What that means is... okay, the Call of Duty Gentleman's Agreement is not the same thing. That shit is fucking trolling. Dude, you know, I would actually have to agree with the Call of Duty Gentleman's Agreement, thank you, because it's like, I never ban for anything, so like, for you to tell me that I have to ban something, it's like, I don't really care. So I'm actually super grateful that Snaky did it first, and then Reckless is also continuing to do that, because it's like, I really don't like banning, because I like think about it, if you always ban Hem and you always ban Lux, like how the fuck do you learn to fully counter them? You know what I mean? Like, if you're always gonna ban Hem, then you're never gonna get used to like their bullshit playstyle, or like how they always build Doran's Ring and then wonders why your Warmog completely counters anything they fucking do, you know? Like, you'll never get to experience that kind of joy, you know? So, I'm sorry, I just couldn't help myself. So my problem now is people like Hem will get very, very salty when you decide to go full Warmog, no damage, and stand there and take all their shit. Like, think about it. If you have played against the Lux, or if you have played against the Hem, if you fucking stand there and take every single one of their hits without ever taking that much damage, I guarantee you they will get salty. Like, I guarantee, you know? So this is why I actually don't like banning players like this, because like, it's so funny. You're just like, dude, all I did was build Warmog. Like, fucking chill, you know? And then they get so mad. I'm sorry. They're like, their anger just gives me so much happiness, because I'm like, you realize, like, I'm really not doing anything and you're getting completely pissed off at nothing. So, my point is, you know, if you had banned Hem, thank you, you would have never been able to experience this joy. Just saying, you know, you could have had a very fun game trolling, but you didn't. You banned. I'm sorry. Okay, so the point of this conversation is I'm trying to figure out a balance, thank you, between what I said here and not wanting to ban anyone. And if they do want to ban someone, like the Hems that get really salty, like, how do I retain them as a customer? You know? Because I cannot treat them like I treat myself, thank you. Because if I treat them like myself, they're gonna run with their tail tucked in between their legs. So, how do we reach these kids? No. No. But, that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out in solo queue currently. Because if you think about it, like China and Korea, like it's in our culture kind of to like keep being the best. I don't really know about European culture, but I feel like there's a lot of European players who share that same kind of like hard-headed mentality. Thank you. And so I'm like, well, why, you know, so I'm trying to like kind of do it the American way by giving them a choice, but then at the same time being Asian about it. Does that kind of make sense? That's kind of why like I report, like my solution so far is to report them and build Warmog and try not to have AP, thank you, because then they get too salty, you know? You build Warmog and then go full AP, they go, oh, I quit, man, fuck this shit, I quit. So, I'm still trying to figure out if there's a better situation than just reporting them and going full Warmog, because that is not really exactly the solution I'm looking for. So, but this is like a learning process, you know, like, I know in the past, a lot of you guys would like, yeah, I think most of you guys just ignore chat. Which I refuse to do a lot because I am actually interested in self-learning programs. They're called AI programs, but they are not really self-learning if you're inputting what they are learning. Thank you. So, I feel it's very important to communicate with other people on the internet, especially people who use technology. And that is why I accepted a lot of my Twitch chat bans, because I was like, this information is very, very important. Like, to have their reaction that is not your reaction is actually why so many self-learning programmers are scared of what they are actually going to create. But, so, me personally, yeah, but that's something else. That's like on another level. Like, there's the basic level, which is like, yes, no, you know, respect, no respect. And then there is the higher level of, I do this not because I am scared. I do this not because I do not care or whatever. I do this because I respect you and I care about you, which is like on a whole nother level of not the same thing. You know, like there's a lot of, exactly, thank you. There's a lot of people who do things out of the consequences that they fear. Not so much because they have respect for you or whatever, other reasons, whatever. So, well, that's also another thing that I've been trying to figure out in solo queue is if most of these people, sorry, I drooled. If most of these people do not have a college education, because we all know, like, some colleges in Europe are not exactly, unless you go to like Oxford or something, like #1 internationally, a lot of the schools in Europe are not exactly the best schools ever. So, I do not think very highly of anybody that I talk to on the internet. Like, there's a difference between college education and just going off on your own and learning how to hack. Maybe I only know this because I kind of taught myself how to write code. Because I have taken computer science classes before in class, and I actually did not understand why she didn't understand. I was like, and a lot of people, they don't really understand how the code works, they just memorize. So I don't know, man. I'm just trying to understand how they think and why they do the things that they do. Like, why do they react the way that they react? Like, almost everything I do in ranked games, I want to understand, like, what is it that I did for them to react this way? You know what I mean? Like, let's take, there's this one game, the guy got hella pissed, and I was like, dude, what are you so pissed off about? I didn't even fucking build anything to piss you off. Okay, let's go with the defeated game then. So how do I check what I got? Do I have to sign in? Oh, I'm already in. Oh man. How am I supposed to fucking... God damn it. Oh no. Wait a minute, do I have to view it on Firefox Chrome? Oh, please no, Internet Explorer. What the fuck? I need to show you guys my fucking things. Damn it. Overview? Stacks? Runes? Can I show you my runes? No? So how am I supposed to fucking troll and tell you what I got if I can't even show you my fucking runes? Okay. Now we reload. And then we go into this butthole. Okay. So, as you can tell, thank you, I have no damage. No, none whatsoever. This is cooldown. I hope you guys know Transcendence. This is a cooldown thing. Okay. This is cooldown. This is mana. I don't know what the fuck that is. I didn't memorize it. Fuck. No. Stimulator. I don't know why, but my smiley's really hurting. So yeah. Okay, Transcendence. So this is passive cooldown reduction. Yep, that's about all I'm gonna read. So this cooldown, don't care. Oh wait, I get 1.2 adapted damage. Wow, wow. All right, so then we got mana, whatever. Okay, so we got Aftershock, which is, doesn't it slow your? Yeah, see, it. What does it say? Magic damage to nearby enemy. No. After duration, you realize no. Bonus armor and magic resist for 2 seconds. Oh yeah, this is my favorite. Slowing or immobilizing an enemy champion marks them for 4 seconds. Yeah. And then there's the burst into farts. So after 10 minutes, no, you don't see this, whatever. So you get gain 8 armor and 8 magic resist, and then you have healing and shielding. So, I mean, I was laughing and giggling the whole time. I have to get this because this is... Oh my god, what the fuck? Shuralaya. Okay. Shuralaya. Okay. So, this... A ether wisp. Okay, I do not like to build Spellbinder because this costs a lot more money. This, I have mobility the same way I have this mobility, except I have a lot less AP, but I have cooldown and mobility. Cooldown, mobility, mana, regen. So I prefer to build this. And then I was all tank. You know, and then they were getting so angry at me. And I was like, bro, just read my items. But then I understand a lot of you guys, the way you guys play games, you guys will be like, hey, you know, win rate, Lulu, master, sure, S9 build. So I know a lot of you guys do shit like this, where you guys will be like, No, I can't use him. Need to use another one. Queen, Wicked Cherry. Sure, fuck it. Why not? Hello. Okay, so another. Ooh. More aggressive. Yes. No, okay. So I know that, you know, and then there's a whole like, oh yeah, Ward fucking blew at like 5, you know, like, come on, I know what the fuck you're doing. So, I mean, if you're gonna play like that, that's kind of the main reason why I report you, because it's like, you have no idea what the fuck this even means. Like, you can try and read my runes, but you're not gonna understand what I'm doing. And you're gonna constantly think that I'm cheating anyways, so why would I want to make enemies with people who come up with builds like this? Of course I'm gonna be friends with them, so we can both talk about the items that you're deciding to build, and why you're doing it. But then it's like, oh, because I'm friends with that person, so technically you're being a bully and saying I am not allowed to have friends. And you want me to forever be a loner, right? So, there's many ways we can go about this, but the main reason for this was pretty much a Lulu tank build like this. Why did I come up with this? Because I could not do damage. And I was watching a lot of Crepo at the time. And so, just kind of happened like this. So I'm sure Fnatic could win all their games if everyone pushed as hard as Reckless, but I understand if y'all have to throw games because your upper management did stuff. And like, this is, I can show you the clip of Promise Suicide Vice. So this is probably like the billionth time I'm doing this. But pretty much he was like, yeah, you know, I was a pretty new pro player and my whatever upper management forced me to throw games or whatever and so on and so forth. So like, I don't know what it is. I do not know the inner workings of fucking auto translate. Oh, what the fuck? I don't want Portuguese.
PC bomb. If you're not a gamer and you're not from Korea, you probably don't know what those are, but they're basically internet cafe. Really nice computer where you can spend all day gaming.
This is so weird.
Whereas in the West, we're more inclined to stay at home and play.
Can you guys like learn Portuguese? Because I can't do anything. I don't know how to do this.
It's not just about having fun.
So pretty much he was forced to throw or something like that. So I feel like Europe is just reaching this point. You know what I mean? Because not everybody learns from their mistakes or learns from the mistakes of others. And I was just scared because of the amount of partying that Fnatic was doing. They might be repeating a mistake. Because I grew up partying a lot, and a lot of times, you know, there are benefits and there are like negative parts, and I just feel like maybe they've hit their peak. Thank you. Because before this Worlds, there were some things about how there's something wrong with Fnatic's things or something like that. And like, I don't really want to say like, well, I'm pretty sure people in Europe can figure out more than we can because of the Google censorship that already exists in America versus in Europe. Because I feel like every country should censorship something that is not their language. Like, I know in Europe and France and like Germany and stuff, they do not want Americans having access to their news, which is fine because that's what China is doing. But, you know, there's a lot of people who disagree with that. I'm like, but you have to understand they never left the country. So in esports, I tend to speak up about that because I'm like, I mean, everything, like, you have to understand English is everywhere you go. Like, you can go to Europe and speak English and I think you'd be fine. You can go to China and speak English and you'd be fine. But you cannot come to America and speak Chinese. You know, like, if you come to America and speak Chinese to everybody, they're gonna be like, the fuck is wrong with you, you know? Or, like, if you come from, like, Germany and then you come to America and you start speaking German to, like, all the cashiers, they're gonna be like, bro, like, hello. You know, it is not a racial thing. You know, you can try speaking German to locals here, but that's not gonna work. So, I mean, it really has nothing to do with race because you can be a white person speaking German, nobody cares. You can be a Chinese person speaking Chinese, nobody cares. So, I don't know. I have no interest in saving any other esports teams because I feel like I gave a lot of good business ideas to Cloud9 and I feel kind of taken advantage of because of that, so I do not really feel like giving any more of my ideas away for free. And it does not seem like Cloud9 has thanked me at all for what I've done, so I'm pretty done with helping just random organizations. Why do I still continue to support AHQ regardless of knowing about this or not? Because after the Reckless tournament, like I've said earlier, I've noticed that it is not about the organization. It is sometimes just the player's own fault. So after I saw this, I did not want to be a pro player any longer. I felt like if I wanted to play League of Legends the way I wanted to, I would have to do it backwards, if that makes sense. Like, I know when you guys first started playing in beta, it would be like, oh yeah, as soon as you got to the highest rank, it would be good. But now it's kind of like the lower rank you are, the more power you have. Because Riot wants to retain you as a customer. So the less likely you are to spend money on Riot, the more power you have. And organizations have to recognize this because I will refuse to buy your merchandise. So this power struggle is no longer about how much money you can bring in or how high of a rank you are. It is now all backwards. So once I found that out, I stopped wanting to be a pro player. And I started supporting pro players and figuring out which pro players are actually enjoying the life and which aren't. You know what I mean? a lot of the girl hosts, like Shox, obviously, the reason why she's having such a problem in esports right now is probably the same. Like, if you compare Shox's career to like Zoe Quinn's career, they're literally like identical. You know, like Shox was super big during SK Gaming time, and then Aaron, after the Aaron post, it was all bad. And then it's like when people got more. Does that kind of make sense? Like, there's more and more hosts in esports. People stop caring as much about Shox, just like how Zoe Quinn is trying to use her feminist stance when really there's nothing special about her games. Does that kind of make sense? Like, Shox? Here, you know what? I don't really want to write her name on a piece of paper. I feel like that's going to taint my pen and my paper. And, like, I'm going to have to burn it. Because they're that, like, they do so much black magic that just having anything associated with them is just going to bring me bad luck. Because they have that much bad energy to just anything they do that I really genuinely do not even want to put their names on a piece of paper in my house. Because I feel like it's really going to make my, just like, it's just going to bring negative energy into my life. And I really don't want it. So, let's go Wikipedia then. Sure, fuck it. I'm so sorry, Wikipedia, but I'm gonna have to taint you. Taint. Doesn't taint mean like a butthole? Pretty sure taint means a butthole, but I could be wrong. Okay, so to preface this, Shox was really, really popular when she was doing her SK Gaming stuff, right? Zoe Quinn was really popular when she was doing the Depression Quest stuff, right? But as esports became more popular and esports started hiring more hosts, esports new host. Okay, let's just take the game awards. Gosh, what was that? Can I watch it? Yes, I can. Oh my god, I almost puked. I like how you slipped that in there. Okay, you see how at the end... No. After party? Or was it Twitch? I don't think they would keep it on there, would they? Oh shit, they did. It's not monetized. Was it 2009? No, it wasn't. Was it 2017? After show? After party? You guys like give them no publicity at all. What the fuck was the Golden Boy stuff? Dev Awards? Hold on.
Really? Get some behind us.
Did I... Is it... Golden Boy... Video? No. What is his fucking name, man? I don't even know what his fucking Golden Boy for the win. Uh-oh. Is this thing live? Oh god. Golden Boy for the win. The Game Awards, okay. Golden Boy for the win, Game Awards. Where's that fucking hilarious clip of it? Okay, so you know how like the Game Awards, they had like... a bunch of hosts and shit? Let me find it for you. When the fuck was this? 'Cause I'm not about to go all the way back. December. Are we at December yet? Oh man, I gotta take a piss. December! December! Nope, not this. We gotta keep going. Was it the Game Awards? Was there something else? Sonic Fox. So I was right. Oh my gosh. Dude, what the fuck was it? Is it called interviewers? Or what the fuck is it called? What's her fucking name? She fucking has, fuck. Alright. Let's go to Christine's. Thank you. Okay, so what's her name? What is her name? Miss Harvey? No, OMG. I think it's Prague or Freya. No, it's not her. Nope, not her. Dex. Oh my gosh. A man. That's also a man. That's also a man. What the fuck? Not Miss Harvey. I don't think it's her. I think it's Freya. Nope, not Freya. What the fuck? What woman is this? That's a man. Is it this woman? Is that what her name is? Is it Freya? Because I think since Freya came into esports, Shox has slowly been disappearing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's Freya. Because Freya hosted the Game Awards too, right? She was there with the Game Awards. And then ever since she started coming... So ESL's always bringing in, like, new talents. And I think since esports has been bringing in more talent... Because it's like... You know... No offense, but... So I think she's just been losing her edge since women like her started coming into esports. Because she's a esports desk presenter, athlete, gamer, YouTuber, whatever. Okay. So, yeah, thank you. I was trying to find her on the Game Awards, but she was on the after show interview. So, and you guys, I don't think you guys ever really posted it here. Oh, that's pretty. So, and then I was trying to find the Golden Boy thing, because that shit was hella funny. He was like, oh, who this? Oh, it's made by me, myself. Alright, anyways, so Shox is kind of like Zoe Quinn, where they had like a period of really, really good fucking time. And then as more and more women started joining esports, they just started losing their edge, you know? Like, when Zoe Quinn created Depression Quest, it was like 2013, 2014. And then if you think about it, oh wait, hold on. We don't want to use Chrome for this. And then when you think about it, Twitch banned Twitch girls, booby streamers banned. So when these booby streamers started coming out, bikini streamers, sorry. So when these bikini streamers started coming out, Shox started, you know, losing her like edge, so to speak. You know, so when Zoe Quinn released her game, it was like 2013, right? And then 2014, and you know, so the timeline makes a lot of sense, right? Shox is no longer the only hot girl, because I mean, she's pretty fucking hot in my opinion, and the dress that she wore to the Game Awards wasn't really that good in my opinion, because you know, I think her ass looks way better in other stuff she posts about, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, it just seems like a Zoe Quinn kind of situation where like, yeah, they were popular when there was nobody else doing it. You know what I mean? Like, Zoe Quinn was popular when nobody else was doing it. Shox was popular when nobody else was doing it. And then it's like more and more Twitch thoughts, more and more, you know, not e-girls are coming in. People just don't care anymore. You know? So, I mean, that's just how I see it. I have no personal connection to Shox. I have no personal connection to Zoe Quinn. I have no personal connection to any game devs. I have no personal connection to any esports owners. I am literally seeing it from the most outside point of view where everybody else can see it, because not everybody is friends with you. So I don't know how else to explain it. How did it go from that to this? I think I was explaining this. Oh yeah, that's how I got to it. Okay, so, but I understand if y'all have to throw games because your upper management did stuff, which is pretty much like Shox, you know? Shox and Zoe Quinn, because it's like, I mean, if, like, nobody can really replace me. That's pretty much my point. Like, you cannot replace anything that I do. Everything I do for esports, you cannot replace me. There is not another Christine. There is nobody else besides me that can do what I do. There's Dopa, who is the only person who can do what he does. Jensen, because he already got a ban, so everybody realizes Jensen is Jensen. You know what I mean? And Reckless is Reckless, because there's nothing you can do to replace Reckless. Right? So, I mean, I am not threatened by you, but I feel like Shox and Zoe Quinn might be threatened by me, because I have everything that they want to be. And that's why I am more of a Zoe Post supporter, because I feel like she's constantly stealing my ideas. And what that has to do with upper management is because I feel like Fnatic, or like certain European supporters of Shox, might hate me because, you know, there was like Shox nudes or something like that. I think back then there was Hafu nudes and Shox nudes. Shox nudes. Okay, you know, I might get trolled and you guys might fucking show me some fucking nudes. So, Okay, so there is Shock's nudes, and then there is it's Hafu nudes. I just had to double check that nothing came up. And then there is Halo, MLG, CEO, threesome. Wasn't there something about Fran plays Halo and then had sex with MLG CEO's wife? And then they paid for her butt shots or her butt boobs or whatever. So yeah, I know quite a bit, you know, and it just kind of seems like Fnatic is that kind of team. You know what I mean? So I can kind of see why. I mean, I actually know why. That is why I do not want to join Fnatic, and that is why I said I feel safer on the Dopa side. I mean, not the Dopa, the Dota side, sorry, because I feel like the kind of content creators you guys have brought in on your Dota side of Fnatic, I feel much safer with, because I feel like the League of Legends side of Fnatic is more like not a community I want to be a part of. I feel like, yeah, but you see, like, to me it is rape, because I do not need to have sex with you to be successful. But for women like Shox and Zoe Quinn, it is fine, because they have no other ideas. So if they do not have sex with you, they have nothing. So they are willing to have sex with you. I have everything even without having sex with you, so I feel very, very unsafe being in that environment. So that is what I meant by... Hey, real fast! That is what I meant by the whole Zoe Quinn and Shock situation. And I had to bring up the whole past and the whole timeline because I wanted to show you guys that women like this are replaceable. And as soon as you stop having sex with who you need to have sex with, they're gonna lose interest in you. That's why this woman is so popular now, because they're like, well, we've already all had sex with Shox. And like, you know, we haven't had sex with her. Yeah, but if you're, unless you're an e-girl, like an actual e-girl, you're not gonna know what to do. And I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm not one of those girls. Like, I don't know I don't know how to help you. So, you might have to ask them what to do. Cause like, what's her name? There's like, what, Rennie Riot? I mean, nobody really knows. I know she is. I know she's kind of blocked in a lot of, but she doesn't think so. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is, okay? But I mean, the more Shox and Zoe Quinn tries to like harass me and do like all these things with things that they know I'm personally very uncomfortable with, the more I'm trying to tell you guys that they enjoy it. Like, this is their one chance at life. You know? Like, if you take that away from them, like, think about it. Would Shox have gotten where she is without sex? No. Would Shox have gotten any job offers without having sex? No. Would Shox have been able to win an Unreal tournament without having sex? No. Would anybody do any game? Would anyone make a game for Zoe Quinn without having sex? No. Would anyone write about Zoe Quinn's game without having sex? No. I created my own career. I wrote on the boards. I wrote about poaching. I made content that nobody else made. I learned from other people's mistakes. You cannot replace me. But you can replace Shox and you can replace Zoe Quinn, right? So, like I was saying, I just personally do not want to be put into that kind of situation. And I'm pretty much saying, you know, it is okay for Shox to do what she is doing because it does not affect me at all. I will continue to have my ideas and I will continue to succeed without you. And even if you try to stop me, then you're just gonna, how do you say this? Like, how do you say when something's like in your way, like, and then you have to like break that obstacle to get to where you want? You know, that's kind of what I meant. Thank you. That's kind of what I meant by like self-defense. Cause it's like, I don't fucking know you, Shox. I'm trying to live my life and move on with whatever fuck you're doing. I do not give a fuck what Zoe Quinn has done in her fucking past. I never want to be like you. But they think this is all like really personal shit. And I'm like, well, Shox, I do not want to suck somebody's dick for a job because I don't have to. I actually know what I'm talking about. I know what lanes do. I know how to play the fucking game. And I know how to be a fucking mid laner. I don't need to suck XPK's fucking dick to win a game. Okay? So that's not really a problem that I would be jealous of Shox of. Zoe Quinn, I can pretty much relate Neopets to any fucking program possible. So for you to think I'm jealous because you made such a fucking shitty game a 5th grader could fucking make, you really think I would be jealous of you? Probably not, right? So, like I was saying, I am actually super grateful for the FBI for actually seeing through that bullshit, and I hope like all this public shit would help them prove their innocence, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are Zoe Post supporters have already known this, but everybody's kept their silence out of respect for the situation, and I'm not part of it. I just read the news, and I refuse to be part of the community because of women like Shox and Zoe Quinn. You guys literally create so many fucking problems. Whatever it is that you guys are fucking part of, I never want to be a part of. If Fnatic, upper management Fnatic, supports Shox, I never want to work for your fucking organization. Maybe except for the Dota side, because they don't give a fuck about Shox. And, if you're a Zoe Quinn supporter and you don't actually know how to program, I know how to write codes. I'm not fucking stupid. Just don't be a bitch about it when I call you out. Okay? Especially when you want to talk about all this masculinity bullshit, you know? Don't fucking play victim like, oh, I'm a fucking pity me. You were just preaching about masculinity, okay? Stop being a bitch. Anyways, why did I post this specific article? Because if you really think about it from this kind of Shox or Zoe Quinn perspective, it might not really be Fnatic pro players, thank you. It might be just like him, thank you, where it is the management. Does that make sense? But from my personal experience on Reckless's tournament, as I'm sure a lot of you guys, it's not that hard to find me. I don't have that many accounts. I mean, I actually do, but I think they all got banned. But anyways, so you can kind of see how this might or might not, like for me, I don't know anybody in the organization, so like from my perspective, I cannot really tell if it is the pro player or if it's the team. But it's kind of looking more like it might be the team and not so much the pro player, which brings me back to Promise, because it seems like Promise really wanted to make the team better, but you know, there was a lot of situations where he probably did not have the best ideas, and because of people like Linden in the Reckless's tournament, it made it pretty much impossible. You know what I mean? I'm saying, like, say like Promise is me, right? And Linden is that upper management that was doing something. Linden probably should have been the one to die. Does that kind of make sense? Because Linden would technically be the problem. Unless he really does want to be part of it. But then in which case, I would not really be like Promise, because I technically kind of know more about how to make gambling harder to gamble than... You know what I mean? So, but boxing is boxing. You know, boxing has a very, 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 very long history of a lot of criminal activity. So I am personally terrified of being associated with boxing. I am terrified of anything boxing because there's so much criminal history behind it. Like, I feel like boxing is literally created by criminals. for criminals. So, you know, do you? I am definitely an NBA kind of person. Thank you. I would much prefer esports be like NBA, but at the same time, I am Taiwanese and I am from China. Well, technically I'm Chinese blood, but we ran away to Taiwan. So anyways, besides the point, I still respect the way Chinese teams do what they do. You know, I know why they shuffle the teams around, thank you. I know why they shuffle the players around. And I have a lot of respect for Korea because they're understanding that the gambling community of thank you. They understand that the esports gambling community is growing and growing and there is no regulations, you know, as they have figured out through multiple match fixing problems, you know. So legally, I would want to listen more to Korea when it comes to like regulations in how to make certain esports games harder to gamble. You know, if you really like pay attention to like Korean games versus European games versus China games, you can kind of already tell, right? But it does become super hard to be like, hey, no, like Clear Love is on this team. They are for sure gonna win, because you're like, wait, hold on, Clear Love 1 is not playing. He's just a substitute. Like, I don't know if I should be putting all my money on that team exactly, because Clear Love is not there. And like, oh yeah, thank you. That was another thing that I've noticed when he like, that was so smart of Clear Love. Like, I was just, dude, Clear Love is so fucking smart. He's actually like super hot because he's so smart, you know? Not because he's like, oh, he's got a big ass dick, or like, oh, he's like fucking so #1 booster. No, it's because he's really smart and he knows how to take care of the community. You know what I mean? Like, he went on substitute. So I was like, oh my gosh, yes, Clear Love's team's gonna win. But wait, where the fuck is Clear Love? Like, he's not even playing the game. What the fuck? And then the most fucked up part was you never knew when Clear Love was gonna play. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it was just in English or something, but it seemed like they never even let the people know to announce it. You know, they weren't gonna like, they weren't gonna announce it before the game. It was kind of like, well, if he plays, he plays. Like, we don't know if he's gonna play or not. He might not. We don't know. You know? So everybody was just like waiting for that minute until everybody was like sitting down and starting the game. So I just thought that was a brilliant idea. I never even fucking thought of it. I was like, you know, substitutes are useless. And he came up with this fucking idea where he will just be a substitute. So like 1 second he will fucking play and 1 second he won't play. So it's like, would you put, because it's like, have you guys noticed like every single time Clear Love does not play, the team will lose, right? But it's like, when you're placing a bet, you have to bet before he starts. So it's like, you're kind of betting to see if Clear Love will even play. You know what I mean? And like, so I just thought that was such a great idea. Because I always thought very lowly of substitutes. So I was like, there's, what the fuck? And then, you know, so, I mean, China and Korea lead in like really small ways like this. Like, they don't always make like super big impact, you know? Like, the reason why I noticed the SKT thing is because I noticed Bang is in North America. So I was like, so who's gonna carry Faker now? Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, for sure, Faker's gonna fucking lose the game without Bang, fucking Wolf, and Blank. Like, thank you, they're definitely gonna fucking lose this game. And I think SKT was winning a few games recently, so I was like, damn, like, I mean, sure, I guess. And then sometimes I think the last Worlds, was it the last Worlds where there were like some weird teams that nobody's heard of that started winning from like Korea and China? Is that what happened? I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, Shox and Zoe Quinn, they have nothing else to talk about because they have nothing else to offer. So it is perfectly fine. Like, if you're the kind of guy that is into girls who cannot communicate other things, like, I have met guys where they're just like, hey, you know, like, I don't really like, this is like, no, this is like guy stuff. Like, you don't need to be in this. You do not need to talk about this. You know, like, certain guys are like that. You know, certain guys are like, do not talk about sports. Like, this has nothing to do with you. And that's fine. That's what Shox and Zoe Quinn does. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Those guys love her. They will never love me. They'll probably want to kill me because I'm so fucking annoying and have so much opinions. But, You know what I mean? Like, you have to have a balance. I am not saying go kill Shox or go kill Zoe Quinn. I'm just kind of like, well, Zoe Quinn and Shox, if I'm gonna respect your space, leave me the fuck alone. Right? Simple as that. You can continue doing whatever makes you happy, and I'll continue doing whatever makes me happy. Okay, so Invictus, oh my gosh, remember when IG was so fucking bad? They like lost every single one of those fucking games? How the fuck did they win first? Oh, it's EDG. Was Clearlove even playing? He was probably not even playing, was he? Yeah, see what I mean? Like, Clearlove's not here. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, whenever Clearlove is not playing, EDG just fucking loses. No, wait, is it EDG? What the fuck? Where's Clearlove from? Troll? Did he just call himself Troll? Yeah, so EDG. I don't think he's on EDG at all right now. Oh, he did. Did he play? I don't remember seeing him. Oh my gosh, maybe he subbed. Did he sub again? Yeah, but it says EDG. It doesn't tell you like who's playing. Oh, he did play. Man, I don't think I watched any of this. Whoopsies. Tournament results? Dementia Cup. I really don't give a fuck, man. Just fuck off. Knockout stages. Knockout. Do you guys ever do this for like League of Legends? Because I do. So if you guys ever wonder why I know so much and I know so much about these games, that's because I actually check. Show me the commercials. No, no commercials. Oh my god, I gotta pee. Okay, I can't see. No. Well, I mean, obviously, they don't even know what I'm talking about. How the fuck are they gonna understand? Of course they're gonna think it's flirting. Who the fuck is DFM? Play in knockout? So what the fuck happened? So they lost to Fnatic. No. Fnatic versus EDG Worlds. Oh, it ended. I fucking told you he didn't play! There's no Clearlove, fuck you! See? There's no Clearlove. I don't see no Clearlove, he didn't play. Game 3, Game 4. Is that fucking Jensen? Is that Reckless? See? No Clearlove. I'm telling you, man. This guy. Anyways. How do I know this? Do you guys not pay attention to League of Legends? Come on. Anyways, so yeah, we just did a fucking 2-hour analysis of League of Legends. Competitive play versus poaching and increasing player salaries. What else did I do today? My poaching posts, they are on my... Hold on. They are on my Ann15 account. Dude, I can't change the Ann15. It's forever Ann15. Like, nobody can know it's Ann15 because I swear to God, I'm gonna get banned if someone gets really salty one day. I guarantee you. Dude, Riot took away that, I think someone on Reddit or something, or like boards or some shit like that, they were like, Riot accidentally banned my whole dorm by IP banning me. I think Riot tried to remove that. At least censor me. Censor me! Alright, it's on this one. I don't know if... What would you guys have to search? I actually don't know. Would you guys have to search... Perfection? Why did I... Well, thank you guys. I'm not answering that. So, I mean, isn't it possible to just type this in? Do I troll like this a lot? I just want to sign into 2 different accounts. Alright, anyways. No, I used to do this a lot on Neopets because, when you're trying to liquidate one account from another, you would need 2 browsers. So you can do it at the same time, or if you wanted to transfer pets, because you know you can't transfer pets. So... maybe... Anyways, I'm gonna go poop and pee and then go to my grandma's house to do something. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to go to Costco. Oh my gosh, Costco's gonna close soon. It's 7 though. Oh my gosh, my butthole. 8:30. Okay. Where do I live? Rainstorf. Pretty sure I still spelled it. Oh my gosh, I spelled it right. 9? 9 fucking 9? Why? God damn it. Fucking people and their fucking road rage. Alright, so I need to go to Costco to buy some food because I'm fucking starving and I need food. And then I need to go to my grandma's house to clean my rabbit's poop. And then I think I might hang out with my grandma for a little bit because she wants to hang out with me, or I'll just go tomorrow morning. I don't really know yet. But my pee is coming out and I need to fart really bad and it's hurting my stomach because I don't like to fart in public. It makes me shart myself. Thank you.